Well, we're back in lockdown here, so I can't get to my big flying site, if you will, but I'm very fortunate to find this little space not too far from my house where I can fly this little guy. Hopefully you can see that. It's the Volantex Sport Cub. I'm finding it really good plane for my beginner and novice experience. I'm comfortable with it now in intermediate mode. When it's up high enough, I can put it into expert mode. As you can see, I've configured it using the multi-protocol module in my Tyrannus. So I've got all the bells and whistles.
Expert mode. Intermediate mode.
And even
Launch mode.
So that just puts a little bit of up elevator to get it to climb whilst I get my hands back on the transmitter.
Throttle active.
With all that said then, let's give it a little fly. Now about half throttle there, and switching,
Off.
if you heard that, switching the launch mode off, and it's in intermediate mode right now. So if I take it up a little bit higher,
Expert mode.
so we're now, whoops, now obviously in expert mode, and getting a little bit better at this mode, but I keep my finger on the switch just in case. So for example, if I do
Intermediate mode.
do something silly like that, then I can switch it back into intermediate and it recovers.
Expert mode.
Of course, with expert mode, we can do some loops. Let's see.
Intermediate mode.
Well, very rough loop there, but once again saved by the technology. Story of my life. So this space is just about perfect for this size of model. A bit lower down we have, as you can see, these cables in the way. Only one of them is actually power, the one going across in front of me. The others are in fact fibre optic. And yes, thank you, I have hit them on several occasions. I'll show you a little mod that I've done. The propeller on this, as you've probably seen, is designed to pop off in the event of hitting something, and I've lost a propeller or two here because in the long weeds at the base of these cables it's very difficult to find a propeller once it's gone down. So we're in intermediate mode. Let's try and be brave again.
Expert mode.
Oops.
Intermediate mode.
Saved by the bell. Even in intermediate mode, depending on the breeze, there's only a very light breeze now. It still gives you some good practice, orientation and such like. Let's bring around again.
Expert mode.
Yeah, it's got some. Oops.
Intermediate mode.
Come back, black chicken. There we go. So the ability to be able to switch it into panic mode, I'm finding very useful. And on a lovely calm evening like this, what better could you be doing in these COVID times than getting one of these little guys and just tootling around if you can find a space near where you are. What a harmless way to spend a Sunday evening.
Expert mode. Intermediate mode.
So much fun. And what an amazing flight time, just with the 1-cell battery. The folks at my local club just can't believe it.
Expert mode.
And neither can I, frankly. Away from the trees. So you really notice how much work the gyros are doing to keep this thing stable when you're in the expert mode like I am just about now.
Intermediate mode.
Panicking there when I got near to the trees. I've not this particular model, the beaver I had to have rescued from the top of this tall pine. So I'm getting a little bit better in the expert mode, he said, prompting a crash.
Intermediate mode.
And nice to be able to relax and just tootle about.
Beginner mode.
Now, that's what I was saying about these cables. Just misjudged it there. You can't tell the depth. And maybe just as a wrap up, I'll show you the modification that I've done to the propeller. I'm not sure if you can see on this camera. I've just put this little bit of fishing line around it which keeps the propeller on. Maybe you can see it up there. So that saves me looking in all this grass for the propeller. Clip it back on, no harm done.
Intermediate mode. Launch mode. Off.
So really pleased with this little plane, especially in these dark times that we're living in, to have a little bit of fun like this and to be able to keep my hand in and do a bit more practice so that when I can get back to the big flying field and my larger airplanes, hopefully I should be a little bit more competent. Into the wind there, throttle down. Fantastic.